YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We got another video here by desu. This company doesn't want your money anymore. I wonder what's happening. I think it's a drama that's happening with desu. I think something happening with this company. I think these are the people that are selling him his merch, but we shall see. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and tell me what you guys think. Let's jump into the video. Let's go.
Okay, what's up guys, over here. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a rant. I'm sorry for the morning voice. I just got up. I slept in. I'm sorry. Gomenosai. I'm so sorry. But today we're going to be talking about Makeship, a company that this channel has worked with to a very great level of success. But unfortunately, they have turned Judas and backstabbed ya boy Rev and my wife as well. So Makeship is a...
Damn, this is my first time hearing Rev say desu in his own drama. Like literally a company that is effing him over, you know?
That makes plushies. And we've done many successful campaigns with this company, including the original Rev plush that sold over 1,200 units.
That is money.
Very successful campaign. And my wife, by example, she's done 4 campaigns, Darling Straub, and I've done 3, which were joint campaigns alongside her. And we've made this company, in this initial campaign alone, 6 figures in sales. Okay, we've made Makeship a lot of money. Okay, and looking at some of the comments, well, we've been dropped.
Just like that. Okay, let's read what it's saying on the screen. It's saying, I also confirm a conspiracy involving YouTube apparently only likes and subscriptions and the comments at comment count as views. I'm also been incredibly thankful and super thanks for the donations I've received recently. Thank you again for your continued support. So I think what happened is maybe, you know, from somebody from the inside doesn't like Rev say desu. You know, people don't like Rev. Trust me. Like, as much as Rev is huge, people don't like him. So I think somebody somewhere didn't like something about Rev say desu, and they're like, no, he must be exiled, you know? And that's crazy, bro. Like, you know, imagine making a company over 6 figures and they drop you. I'm speaking 6 figures in the span of 2 years. Man, it's crazy. For me, no lie, this I feel like is a wake-up call for Rev. This is kind of like a wake-up call for them to kind of now do the whole independent thing. You know, because I feel like VTubers are so dependent on other companies to kind of garner this success. So I feel like this is the time where they kind of need to just like focus on themselves and kind of really like hail in everything that they've done and be independent, you know? I think this is the time where they must learn that. They must learn how to do Shopify and all of that and just do their own thing. Because now like this is not cool. It is not cool.
Yep. Makeship dropped me and my wife, leaving this Discord message to Straub saying, "Hi Straub, thanks so much for reaching out. Remember blank introducing us a few months back. Makeship has grown a lot since we first partnered working together. And as we continue to partner with a wider range of brands and creators, we've had to be more mindful of how our campaigns reflect our values. As a part of that, we've been moving away from working with creators whose content falls on the edgier side."
Edgier, like, lol, Rev ain't doing much, bro. Like, I feel like Rev is not an edgy content creator. He's just somebody that just speaks about, like, you know, like controversy, you know, I guess, you know.
Association with Rev. We've decided not to move forward with another campaign at this time. I understand this may be disappointing, and I want to emphasize that this isn't personal at all. We sincerely wish you the best in your continued growth as a creator.
Damn.
Wow. Amazing.
They don't even send him an email. They write it in a Discord. That's what happens when you make companies millions, bruh. This is, I think, you know, you VTubers are at the point where they need to realize that they are the commodity, not these companies. These companies are nobodies. You must make your own wave and do it yourself, you know? I feel like they've just been getting fucked over left and right, bro. It's just crazy.
Thank God it's not personal. You're just firing my wife by association. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, this is ridiculous. By the way, for those who are not familiar with my wife, Darling Straub, her recent content, by the way, is, I'll give you a few examples. Doing a vacation Bible study and reading Psalms in ASMR. So
it's by association, Rev. Come on. Stop it. You know it's by association.
Clearly, my wife is not the issue, right? She's doing everything right. But she gets this message doing a guilt by association tactic from Makeship, and, well, that's BS. If you want to fire me, fire me. Don't fire my wife by association. Guilt by association is incredibly cringe. This is cringe. And I've worked with this company for 3+ years. 3 successful campaigns for this company.
Rev, wake up. Wake up, brother. Wake up. Move on. This is a wake-up call where you need to, these VTubers are so big, they need to start doing things themselves. These guys are huge. Imagine you making companies millions. Imagine what you could make on your own. So I feel like this is the time where he needs to move on. He needs to just move on and continue with his own life and his own content and all of that.
That generated 6 figures in revenue. But all of a sudden, by the way, a month after a new person took over the company, it's all wrong. I can't work with them. In fact, my wife, by association, can't work with them anymore. And again, that is the lamest standard ever. My wife does not speak for me. I don't speak for my wife. She has different content, different views. We disagree. I know, that's crazy. We disagree on things, okay? But the fact that they hold my wife accountable for my edgy content. By the way,
of course they do. She's your wife. I would do the same. If he's like that, she definitely must be like that. That's how it is. Normal people think that way. It's not even anything personal. It's just, read the room, Rev. Come on.
Commenters, what do I do that's so controversial? Because, by the way, they continue to partner to this day with content creators who make
worse
things that are way more controversial than anything I've done. What do I do that's so edgy that it's unbrandable?
So basically why they would consider Rev as edgy or controversial is because, remember, he speaks about controversial things. That's a double-edged sword, speaking about controversy or drama. So the more you speak about controversial things, the more they view you as a controversial person. That's how it is. It's a weird thing which happens. Even though you don't do anything controversial, but the more controversial the topic, the more people are going to view you as controversial. Imagine me speaking about, for example, Palestine. I'm going to be viewed at a very highly critical, controversial thing, but meanwhile I'm an anime dude. So that's how it is, dude.
You can't even work with this person. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But some people like Rosie Bell have been supporting us, saying this is why you say something and don't stay silent. Hold people accountable. I'm glad they decided it was unfair. W Makeship. And we'll get into that response from Makeship in just a second. But some people were not happy with Rosie's comment on my wife's tweet, including this deranged individual saying, "Why are you simping for Nazis? The F is wrong with you." And someone said, "What makes Rev and Straub Nazis? They're just Christians with Christian values." And this deranged individual says,
Yeah,
basically.
Twitter's not real, bro.
They're just saying the quiet part out loud, I guess.
Twitter is not real.
And yeah, this same person would see this tweet from my wife saying, "Take my new bow bag to church. Perfect size for my Bible." My wife took this bow merch, Bow the Vtuber, to church. She took this and put her Bible in it. And this deranged psychopath said,
It's back again.
Straw buying a bow bag just to say it fit her Bible is perfectly the most performative effing stuff. Do you not?
Wow. Okay. That's the one thing about Twitter. It's not real, bro. Like, people just be hating, like, bro, like, I bet if you meet these people in real life, they're like your biggest fans. But online, they're like the haters. That's how it is, bro. It's not real, bro. Like, that's weird.
I understand how insane people like this are. This individual is attacking my wife for putting a Bible in this bag.
He's not attacking. He's just bored.
They're so mad. They're attacking my wife on a very personal level for putting her Bible in this somehow offensive bag. Do you understand how insane these people are?
Yep.
Bring this tweet in this circumstance to any normal employed individual, and they will understand how insane all this is. But of course, Makeship would apologize after what? After backlash. So here's one of the recent tweets saying, "What's yours?" referring to these plushies they're trying to sell. And look at the replies. Everyone's mad. You thought backstabbing me.
Shout out to his community, because Makeship, and again, for me, this is what happens when you work with companies, unfortunately, and especially if you're a controversial drama VTuber, I feel like Rev is not that controversial. I feel like he's based, So for me, it's like, I wouldn't be that offended if I got dropped by a company, as long as you don't use your YouTube, you don't use your main source of income. It is what it is, honestly,
And my wife would have no repercussions. Well, you got another thing coming, unfortunately, because we were very faithful partners with this company. And we're very faithful people.
Faithful don't mean shit. With blue collar corporations, it doesn't mean shit, bro. These companies have structures, HR, and all of that. Being faithful don't mean anything. You just gotta make your money and move on with it. That's how it is, bro.
Promoting this company because they do.
And the one thing which I'm so shocked is, like, why is Rev sounding so hurt, bro? Who the hell cares about Makeship? I didn't even know about Makeship. I knew the boy was having, like, I know he sells like drinks, cups, and plushies. Like, move on with it, bro. Make your own website, bro. Like, for real. You could actually do this,
Very high quality plushies. But you can't pull a Judas on us. You can't backstab us and expect nothing to happen. Guilt by association is a very cringe and awful thing. And guess what? They took a step back. After the backlash they rightfully received after saying all this stupid stuff about my wife, Makeship would apologize to my wife and go back on their decision regarding her. They reinstated my wife.
What?
And guess what? Because she's faithful, just like she was faithful to Makeship when they were being nice to us, she says, well, that's great. I'm glad you apologized for guilt by association and it basically blacklisting me. Not interested.
Thank you. Shout out to Rev's wife. Yeah, not interested. Because it's like, okay, cool. Now you're getting backlash. Now you want me back. I'm out. Fuck you guys. It's like, I'm out, dude. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Because the moment, they're going to do it again. I'm telling you, they're going to just come again, boom, backlash you again. It's like, no. F that. I'm out of here. Do your guys' thing. You guys didn't want me here in the first place. So, shout out to her. She's smart. That's smart,
There's no way.
There's no way.
My wife would work with someone
who
would do this to her husband. And I'm not reinstated, by the way. They partied
Nah,
with me,
it's cool. It's cool, Rev.
and they still, to this day, have not said why my content is so edgy
It is.
that they just can't work with me. It's pathetic. This whole thing is so disappointing and pathetic. I just appreciate the supporters of this channel. By the way, we got a new plushie in the works that will be coming out soon. Mark your calendars at some point. Ooh Market, who's had my fucking back, by the way, will be making a plushie of my design. I cannot speak enough for Ooh Market. They have had my back. At conventions where I personally attended, I was a featured guest. They had my back when everyone was filing complaints, trying to get me banned from the convention. Their company stood up for me. And in person, when their higher-ups said, Rev, I got your back. Don't worry.
Hell yeah.
That's a company I want to work for. Not this. Not these spineless cowards.
Yeah.
This disgusts me. I'm sorry. I know I'm a little off the rails today. Not speaking the best. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, he's off the rails for real, for real.
this needed to be said. Okay? But anyways, as I always say, that's all I got for today.
So the point that we learned from this whole video is when you want to do your own things, like start selling your own product, do it yourself, please. Don't focus on, partnering yourself with these companies. These companies are all for themselves. Up until they see that you're not useful, we're gonna throw you in the dustbin, And I don't understand why Rev doesn't see himself as an edgy content creator. He is, controversy. The more you speak about controversial things, the more people are gonna view you controversial. That's how it is, unfortunately. That's how the content game works, So it is what it is. So I'm not hating, but he must make his own thing, Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think, and we are back 24/7. Peace out, everybody.